No, but it's
Well,
interesting. It's an interesting thought though, because I definitely like if I download a game or an app and I really like it, very often I'll there's a little link right underneath the apps. Here's the studio that did it. Click and see what else they put out. So it is an interesting way to try and drive traffic to another app.
Well, I definitely think it's a great idea. I think it actually, as far as just like apples to apples, I think it even like increases legitimacy, in my opinion. Because if I see an app, I'm questioning whether or not, I'm actually going to download it, whatever. Reviews say, are middling. I'm like, okay, well, let me take a look at some YouTube videos. Then I'm going to look at their other apps. Okay, what kind of quality are they putting out? Are they going to steal my credit card information? Are they going to steal my identity? Like all these other apps, like they were made by a Croatian third grader. I'm probably going to stay away from these apps. I'm probably going to steer clear. However, if they got some professional-looking apps, you know what I mean? They had some actual stuff that's up there. It looks
Like
good.
a Croatian third grader in the advanced placement program.
Yeah.
Exactly. If they have an IP-placed Croatian third grader in the Mensa program, you know what I mean? If they have a
You want to be ripped off with style, is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right. I need to make sure that when I get railroaded, it's on a nice train. I don't want to take like the hand cart. I need a bullet train that's going to take off.
That's right. That's right.
And I got some cachet. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's amazing. I wonder if that would work. Now here's the question: what happens? What would it be like on Google? Because I know on Google it's even harder to go back and forth. Are you having trouble hearing me, Eric? Should I turn up my volume? Or am I okay with you? See you leaning in.
Yeah, I have no idea.
No, I'm
I have
wondering
no
on
idea
Google, like, what if I published Questlord on Pank Interactive and you published Segreta on Lava Level? Like, what would happen then? We have the same exact app on two different sides. Like, obviously you can never link them up, but would that make a difference? Like, does the sharing of analytics matter? Like, would it matter if you fractured that download count? Like, would you just add them together?
Yeah, the thing with putting. Yeah, I don't know anything about that for like.
Obviously, it's a ridiculous idea, but I'm wondering, like, what would happen? Like, do you think it would get flagged? That's the thing. I don't know if Google would be angry about.
The way Apple does it, I think, is super duper easy. You just transfer rights, and you just get the other guy to click his verification email with. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's a brave new world. I mean, the legality of it is.
Yeah, before I did, I'd have to find out what the deal is with Apple. You know what I mean? Google's frustrating though. I keep telling my friend is like I know this guy and he's like way into Google and stuff, and he works there and stuff, and I'm trying to get him to look at my game better and be like, hey, check it out. But one thing that really frustrates me with Google is you can get stuck with the badges, and I'm stuck on the 10,000 badge, even though I'm like way higher than that. I'm like 27,000.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not at the 50 though, so I'm like stuck in this kind of I wish they had better badges or more badges.
I mean, those badges. I mean, that's another point of checking out the stable of apps you have under your publishing arm or your wing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you've got 10,000 downloads, it's like pass. But if you got 50,000, it's like, all right, this is legit. I'm probably not going to have my information stolen on the bullet train. I'll go ahead and give this guy a download.
And that's something you don't get on Apple. I mean, that's why I think on Apple it's so key to try and get reviews, because you don't get a download count, but you do see the number of reviews. It's also where I find once I pushed an update for an app I did for a client, and it was doing okay. I mean, it was consistently earning. It wasn't making them super rich, but it was like a consistent earner. And immediately after you push an update, you can see the dip that takes a number of weeks to get your number of reviews back up, because it's only going to show you by default the number of reviews for your current version.
Right.
Drives me crazy.
It's actually a really good thing though if you get hit with a bunch of junk because your app is broken.
That's trand
you at least get that, I guess.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: if a bunch of people put digital penises into your reviews, you just go ahead and put another upload up there. Boom, they're all off. You don't have to wait for Charles to see the penis.
Look, man, that happened one time, right? One time.
And then he hits an X. Okay, that's 5 minutes between seeing the penis and getting him off. I mean,
it's strange though. It's strange because a lot of That's another thing that like the paywall helps you with. The paywall, you don't usually get the crazy reviews as much. You know what I mean?
Dude, and I think, Eric, that was the key with Questlore. I think you could have obviously gotten, 16,000 times more downloads, but who knows if you would have gotten as ardent a fan base. You wouldn't have. We don't need to guess. You wouldn't have.
Actually, I have proof that I wouldn't because I did the free app of the day thing with Amazon, and that weekend I had 98,000 downloads. Mind-numbing. Beyond anything that I've ever done. So my app is actually more on Kindle Fires, right? But on Amazon, I have the worst reviews. It's like a 3 stars, because a lot of the people were like, they thought it was going to be full 3D, not 2D flip, and it was just strange.
Oh, that's so.
So it's almost like I'm inviting a crowd that's not used to that type of game to try it out.
Wizards were not to scale. Those reviews are the worst. It's like, man, that's not the game I made, dog. Why are you penalizing? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. The graphic is Questlord. It's in pixel art. They download it. They say I didn't like the pixel art. Man, you knew what it was before you got it. What are you doing? But yeah, so I think that was a problem with Segreta, aside from the fact that I don't know how to market anything. I was going to ask Steven about that, but obviously he's the wrong guy, apparently. I just need to ask him about stuff. Steve, I hope you know I was joking on that forum post. I don't know if anybody saw that forum post in the Lua language sub-forum on Corona, where somebody came in and they were like, does anybody have any statistics or any information on the performance of Lua as far as the way it integrates and scales for SQL? And I made a funny quip. Mike, I hope or Steven, I was just messing around. Of course, that was definitely meant as a compliment.
he was probably confused.
Yeah, exactly. He had no idea about this ridiculous inside joke that I did not clue him in on. But that was for us, Steven. That's for you and me. That's our moment together. But as far as are you? It's not. I know Steven. We talked last week. Eric and Kevin. I don't think you were. I don't know if you saw the hangout, but Steven was talking about his release that's coming up. AA. How about that? We'll call it a AA. And it's actually, the trailer is kick-ass. It's got some really sweet gameplay. The mechanic is right in my wheelhouse personally, so I've been thinking about it since you showed me. Are you going to do like a demo type thing? Obviously, that's not going to be free to play. Or maybe I shouldn't say obviously. I don't know, but I imagine you would do like a demo.
There's a demo on Steam.
It's
been there for a while, but it's an older version of the game.
Great, so you have the demo up. Do you think... I know you're not Googling every 5 minutes checking for fan art on Deviant or anything like that. So, but do you think you guys are getting retention? I know you're in the basement. I know you're not in the penthouse. But do you think you guys are building a user base? Do you think folks are excited about it? I'm excited about it. I saw it from I just heard about it.
Dude, that's that game that's like Aliens, right?
Or what?
Except besides.
Say again.
Is that the game that's like Aliens, except side scroller?
It's military ants. So it's
Aliens.
Bugs with guns.
There was this game on the Atari ST called Aliens. Go Google that.
Okay.
Dude, I will totally get back behind this thing.
It seems people seem to like it whenever we bring it to conferences and conventions.
Heck yeah, this is awesome, dude. You put your do you have a Twitter?
Our studio does.
Oh, what about you?
I don't. Well, I have an account, but I use it.
Yeah, you gotta get a little social, because your studio's gonna be like, why is this guy talking to us?
He's in the basement. Oh, you don't know about the fines, Eric. The fines on that NDA. You have no idea.
Oh, they got NDAs and stuff. That's brutals. It looks cool, though. It looks cool.
It's a super cool looking game, I think. We're gonna promote it for you. You got yourself.
I'm okay with that.
You got an ad hoc street team for you. I'm talking it up for sure.